Welcome back to the Coin Lover and Treasure Hunter. Today we are going to talk about some Lincoln Wheat penny coins that could be worth big money. In this video, we will look at the 1927, 1946, 1948, and 1957 1-cent coins from the United States of America. Many people have these coins but don't realize their real value. Some of these pennies can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their condition, mint mark, and rare errors. So make sure to watch the video until the end to see how to identify these valuable coins and learn what makes them special for collectors. Let's get started. First coin. The 1927 Lincoln Wheat 1-cent coin begins with the legacy of President Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait appears on the obverse of the coin and whose influence on American history remains powerful even many decades after his lifetime. The coin belongs to the famous Lincoln Wheat cent series, first released in 1909 by the United States Mint to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the birth of Abraham Lincoln. This coin series, designed by Victor David Brenner, features the strong profile of Lincoln on the front, while the reverse side displays two wheat stalks representing growth, agriculture, and prosperity in the United States. When collectors study the 1927 coin without mint mark, they are observing a coin struck at the Philadelphia Mint, because coins from this facility traditionally carried no mint mark during that period, making the coin a fascinating piece of American numismatic history and an important collectible for enthusiasts around the world. During the year 1927, the United States Mint produced a very large number of Lincoln Wheat cents in Philadelphia, with more than 140 million coins struck for circulation. This high mintage means the coin is relatively common in circulated grades. However, the situation becomes very different when the coin is found in uncirculated condition, because most coins from that era were heavily used in everyday commerce and very few survived without wear. When collectors refer to an uncirculated 1927 Lincoln cent, they mean a coin that still retains its original mint luster, sharp details, and clean surfaces that have not been worn down by years of handling. These coins are graded by professionals using the mint state scale, ranging from MS-60 up to MS-70, and the higher the grade, the more attractive and valuable the coin becomes to serious collectors. One important detail that collectors often look for in a 1927 Lincoln Wheat cent is the presence or absence of a mint mark located below the date on the obverse of the coin. Coins from Denver would carry the letter D, while coins from San Francisco would carry the letter S, but the coin without any letter was produced in Philadelphia, which explains why the 1927 coin without mint mark is commonly associated with the Philadelphia Mint. For many collectors, this historical context adds charm to the coin, because Philadelphia was the original mint of the United States and the birthplace of many classic American coin designs. The absence of a mint mark, therefore, does not mean the coin is an error, but instead confirms its origin, which is a key piece of information for identification and valuation. The value of a 1927 Lincoln Wheat cent without mint mark depends greatly on its condition, its color classification, and the demand among collectors. Coins are generally categorized as brown, brown, or red, depending on how much original copper color remains. A coin that still displays bright original red copper color is usually more valuable than one that has turned brown due to natural oxidation over time. In average circulated condition, the coin might only be worth a few cents above its face value. However, in uncirculated grades, the value can increase significantly, with mint state examples sometimes ranging from several dollars to much higher amounts depending on the grade, certification, and overall eye appeal. Professional grading companies such as PCGS and NGC evaluate coins like the 1927 Lincoln Wheat cent and assign official grades that help determine market value. These companies examine the strike quality, surface preservation, luster, and any marks present on the coin. A mint state 60 example might sell for only a modest amount, while a mint state 65 or higher coin can command a stronger premium among collectors, because it is far more difficult to find coins from the 1920s in such well-preserved condition. The grading process also helps protect collectors by confirming authenticity and ensuring that the coin has not been cleaned, altered, or damaged. Another factor that affects the value of the 1927 Lincoln Wheat cent without mint mark is collector demand for completing Lincoln cent albums. Many collectors attempt to assemble a full date set of Lincoln Wheat cents, which includes every year from 1909 to 1958. Because the 1927 coin sits within the middle of that historical timeline, it becomes an essential piece for collectors building a complete series. While it is not considered a rare date, the challenge of finding high-grade, uncirculated examples keeps the coin interesting within the numismatic marketplace and ensures that attractive specimens continue to sell steadily. When examining an uncirculated 1927 Lincoln Wheat cent, collectors often look closely at several design features to confirm the grade. The hair details on Abraham Lincoln, the sharpness of the beard, the clarity of the lettering, and the definition of the wheat stalks on the reverse are all important indicators of quality. In true uncirculated coins, these details remain crisp and the fields of the coin display a natural cartwheel luster that moves across the surface when the coin is tilted under. Light. This shimmering effect is one of the most admired characteristics among coin collectors because it reflects the coin's original mint condition. The historical period of the 1920s also adds cultural context to the 1927 Lincoln wheat cent. During this decade, the United States experienced rapid industrial growth, technological innovation, and major cultural changes, often referred to as the Roaring Twenties. Everyday coins like the Lincoln cent circulated through shops, factories, farms, and cities across the country, connecting the coin to the daily life of Americans nearly 100 years ago. When collectors hold an uncirculated example, they are essentially holding a small preserved artifact from that era, a coin that somehow avoided circulation and remained protected for generations. For collectors and investors interested in purchasing a 1927 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark in uncirculated condition, it is usually recommended to buy coins that have been certified by reputable grading companies. Certified coins are sealed within protective holders, often called slabs, which include the official grade and identification label. This helps buyers feel confident about authenticity and condition while also making the coin easier to sell in the future. Many collectors search online auction platforms, coin shows, and specialized coin dealers to locate high-quality examples of this classic copper cent. In conclusion, the 1927 Lincoln wheat 1-cent coin without mint mark represents a fascinating piece of United States numismatic history, combining the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, the craftsmanship of the Philadelphia Mint, and the enduring popularity of the Lincoln wheat cent series. While millions of these coins were originally produced, the survival of truly uncirculated examples remains limited, which creates ongoing interest among collectors. The value of the coin can range from a modest collectible piece to a more desirable mint state specimen, depending on its grade, color, and overall eye appeal, making it a wonderful subject for collectors, historians, and educators who wish to explore the rich story behind one small yet meaningful American coin. Next coin. The Lincoln wheat 1-cent coin, 1946, without mint mark in uncirculated condition, and today we will learn about its history, value, rarity, and the reason collectors around the world search for this small but meaningful piece of American history. This coin belongs to the famous Lincoln wheat cent series, which was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, and it became the first regular circulating United States coin to feature a real historical person. The coin shows the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front and two wheat stalks on the reverse design, which gave the coin its popular name, the wheat penny. The 1946 Lincoln wheat penny was produced just after the end of the Second World War, and it represents an important time in American history when the country was transitioning from wartime production to peacetime industry. Millions of coins were needed for commerce and daily life, and the United States Mint resumed large-scale production using bronze composition made mainly of copper with small amounts of tin and zinc. The coins struck without a mint mark were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark during that period. Collectors often pay close attention to the condition of coins, and the term uncirculated means that the coin was never used in everyday transactions and therefore shows nowhere on the high points of the design. An uncirculated 1946 Lincoln wheat penny can display original mint luster, sharp details in the portrait of Lincoln, and clear wheat lines on the reverse side. The surfaces may appear bright red, red-brown, or brown, depending on how the coin has aged and how it was stored over many decades. When discussing the value of the 1946 Lincoln wheat penny without mint mark, it is important to understand that rarity, condition, and color classification all influence the market price. This coin is not considered extremely rare because the Philadelphia Mint produced more than 900 million pieces. However, coins preserved in high-grade, uncirculated condition are much harder to find, especially examples with strong red copper color and minimal marks from storage or handling. In the coin collecting market, grading companies such as professional third-party grading services evaluate coins using a numerical scale that ranges from mint state 60 up to mint state 70. A 1946 Lincoln wheat penny without mint mark, graded mint state 63 or mint state 65, can be worth significantly more than a circulated example because collectors seek coins with attractive eye appeal, strong luster, and minimal contact marks. Typical market values can vary depending on grade and color. A brown uncirculated example may be worth only a few dollars, while a red uncirculated coin with excellent surfaces may reach higher prices in collector markets, auctions, or online sales. Exceptional specimens that show brilliant red color and near-perfect preservation can sell for much higher amounts, especially when certified by respected grading companies and offered through well-known auction houses. Another important topic for collectors is the possibility of error coins or unusual varieties. Sometimes coins from the 1946 production year may show die cracks, doubled lettering, or off-center strikes, which can increase collector interest and market value dramatically. Although the standard Philadelphia issue without mint mark is common, special varieties or unusual minting characteristics can make certain pieces more desirable. Storage and preservation are very important for maintaining the value of uncirculated coins. Collectors usually place their coins in protective holders, albums, or sealed grading slabs to prevent exposure to moisture, air, and fingerprints. Copper coins like the Lincoln wheat cent are especially sensitive to environmental damage, and improper storage can quickly change a bright red coin into a darker brown example, which may reduce its collector value. For beginners who want to start collecting Lincoln wheat pennies, the 1946 issue without mint mark is often recommended as an affordable entry point because it is widely available yet still represents a historic period and a classic American coin design. Building a collection of different years' mint marks and color varieties can be an enjoyable and educational hobby that connects collectors with the economic and cultural history of the United States. If you enjoyed learning about the 1946 Lincoln wheat 1-cent coin without mint mark in uncirculated condition, please consider supporting the channel by subscribing, liking the video, and sharing it with fellow coin enthusiasts. Your support helps us continue creating educational content about rare coins, historical currency, and the fascinating stories behind everyday money. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again in our next coin collecting journey. Next coin. The year 1948 without a mint mark begins with a history of American coinage and the deep respect for President Abraham Lincoln, whose image first appeared on the 1-cent coin in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of his birth. This coin became one of the most recognized coins in the United States of America, and collectors around the world admire it for its historical meaning and simple design. The coin shows the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front side, and on the back side 2 wheat ears that symbolize prosperity and growth. Because of this design, collectors call it the Lincoln wheat cent, and millions of these coins were produced for daily circulation. But today, finding one in uncirculated condition is something that excites collectors and historians who love studying the small pieces of metal that once passed through the hands of ordinary people. To understand the value of a 1948 Lincoln wheat cent without a mint mark, it is important to know what the mint mark means. Coins produced in the United States were made at several mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia traditionally carried no mint mark during that period, which means a 1948 cent without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint in that year. The Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of these pennies because the American economy after the Second World War was growing and small coins were needed for daily transactions. Because so many were produced, most circulated examples today are common, but condition plays a huge role in determining the true worth of the coin, especially when a coin survives in uncirculated condition with its original shine. When collectors say that a coin is uncirculated, they mean that the coin was never used in everyday commerce, and it still keeps the original mint luster that appeared when it was first struck by the minting press. The surfaces of an uncirculated coin look bright and smooth, and the smallest details such as Lincoln hairlines, the wheat grains, and the lettering remain sharp without signs of wear. Coins that stayed hidden in old coin rolls or personal collections sometimes remain in this state for decades, and when discovered, they can become valuable pieces in the collector's market. The 1948 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark in uncirculated condition therefore attracts attention from beginner collectors as well as experienced numismatists who appreciate coins that survived in near perfect shape. Another important factor that influences value is the grading system used by professional coin grading organizations. Coins are graded on a numerical scale that describes the condition from poor condition up to perfect mint state levels. When a 1948 wheat cent is graded in mint state 60 or higher, it means the coin still shows strong mint luster and minimal marks from storage or contact with other coins. Higher grades such as mint state 65 or mint state 67 become increasingly rare because very few coins remain so clean. After many decades, collectors who search for high-grade Lincoln wheat cents often pay premium prices because these coins represent the best preserved examples of the original production. The market value of a 1948 Lincoln wheat penny without mint mark changes depending on the grade and the current demand among collectors in lower mint state levels. The value might only be a few dollars because the coin is relatively common, but when the grade climbs higher, the price can rise significantly. A brilliant red example that still shows the bright copper color of the day it was minted can reach much higher prices than a coin that has turned brown over time. Collectors also use the terms red, brown, and brown to describe the color of copper coins, and these color designations strongly affect value since original red coins are much harder to find after many decades of natural oxidation. For people interested in starting a coin collection, the 1948 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark is often recommended as a beginner-friendly coin because it is affordable yet historically meaningful. It connects collectors with the era after the Second World War when the United States economy was rebuilding and expanding. Many collectors enjoy searching through old jars of pennies, estate sales, or coin shops hoping to find wheat cents hidden among modern coins. Even though Millions were made. Every discovery still brings excitement because each coin carries a story about the time when it was produced and circulated. One interesting detail about the design is the work of sculptor Victor David Brenner, who created the portrait of Abraham Lincoln. His initials appear on the coin, and his design remained on the penny for many decades, becoming one of the longest-lasting coin portraits in American history. The wheat reverse design stayed in use until 1958 before being replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. Because of this change, collectors often separate their collections into wheat cents and memorial cents, which makes the earlier wheat series even more attractive to people who enjoy collecting historical coins. When examining a 1948 wheat penny, collectors often look carefully for special features such as strong strike quality, bright luster, and minimal contact marks. Even small scratches or dull surfaces can reduce the grade and therefore the value. Many collectors use magnifying glasses or digital microscopes to study the fine details of the coin. They look at Lincoln cheek jawline and the wheat stalks on the reverse side to judge how well the coin was preserved. The better the preservation, the more desirable the coin becomes in the collector community. Another aspect that increases interest in these coins is the emotional connection people feel when holding a piece of history. A small copper coin that once bought candy or newspapers now becomes a window into the past. People imagine the journey the coin may have taken through shops, markets, and pockets during the late 1940s. Even though the 1948 penny without mint mark is not among the rarest wheat cents, its survival in uncirculated condition reminds collectors that sometimes ordinary coins can become treasured historical artifacts over time. In conclusion, the Lincoln Wheat 1-cent coin from 1948 without mint mark represents a classic piece of American numismatic history. Its design honors Abraham Lincoln, while the wheat ears symbolize prosperity and growth. For collectors, the true value depends on condition, color, and professional grading. An uncirculated example with strong mint luster and original red copper color can be significantly more valuable than worn examples. Beyond monetary value, the coin offers a connection to the post-war era of the United States of America, making it a fascinating item for collectors, historians, and anyone interested in the stories hidden inside small, everyday objects like the humble wheat penny. Next coin. The 1957 without mint mark uncirculated condition. Value worth subscription. Detail information YouTube script long explanation educational storytelling numismatic history collector guide United States coin collecting passion start video introduction. Welcome viewers to the channel. Today we explore the famous 1957 Lincoln Wheat 1-cent coin produced in the United States, a coin that many collectors search for in rolls, jars, and old family collections. This small copper coin represents a long-running design that began in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse shows the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse features two wheat stalks symbolizing American prosperity. This design remained in circulation until 1958, making the 1957 issue one of the final coins of the wheat reverse era. Collectors love this period because it connects everyday pocket change with American history, culture, and the growth of modern coin collecting. Next, we explain the meaning of a coin without a mint mark on United States coins. The absence of a mint mark on the 1957 Lincoln Wheat cent means the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. During that time, Philadelphia commonly produced coins without mint marks, while other mints used letters such as D for Denver and S for San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint produced a massive quantity of 1957 Lincoln Wheat cents, estimated at more than 282 million coins. Because of this high production number, the coin is common in circulated grades. However, finding one in true uncirculated condition still attracts attention from collectors who appreciate original mint luster, sharp details, and historical preservation. Now we discuss the composition and physical specifications of the 1957 Lincoln Wheat cent. This coin is composed primarily of copper with a mixture of tin and zinc, giving the coin its classic reddish-brown color. When fresh from the mint, the coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and has a diameter of about 19 millimeters. The edge is plain, unlike reeded edges on silver coins. Collectors evaluate color designations such as red, brown, and brown because copper reacts with air over time. Coins that maintain full red mint color are usually considered more desirable and may command higher market prices, especially in certified uncirculated grades. In this part of the video, we focus on the meaning of uncirculated condition in coin collecting. Uncirculated means the coin shows no signs of wear from circulation and still retains its original mint luster. Grading services and collectors often use the mint state scale ranging from MS60 up to MS70. A typical 1957 Philadelphia Lincoln Wheat cent in lower mint state grades such as MS60 to MS63 may appear bright, but could show minor contact marks from mint bags, while higher grades like MS65 or MS66 Feature stronger luster, fewer marks, and sharper details on Lincoln hair and wheat lines. Coins reaching MS67 or higher become much rarer and significantly more valuable due to their exceptional preservation. Next, we discuss approximate market values of the 1957 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark in uncirculated condition. In general coin markets, a common uncirculated example might sell for around $1 to $3 United States dollars, depending on color and quality. Coins graded MS65 with strong red color can sell for roughly $15 to $30, while superb gem examples graded MS67 may reach several $100s at auction. The exact price always depends on eye appeal, color grading, certification by professional grading companies, and collector demand within the numismatic marketplace. Another interesting topic for collectors is the famous 1957 double die obverse variety. Although this variety is different from the normal Philadelphia issue, it is one of the most well-known Lincoln cent errors. The double die shows noticeable doubling on inscriptions such as "In God We Trust Liberty" and the date 1957. Collectors examine coins carefully using magnification because this variety can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on condition. Many new collectors learn about coin errors through this example, which demonstrates how tiny production differences at the mint can create highly collectible treasures. Now we talk about how collectors identify genuine uncirculated coins. Many beginners confuse shiny cleaned coins with true mint state coins. Experts recommend observing natural mint luster, which flows across the surface like rotating cartwheel light. When the coin is tilted under a lamp, cleaning often leaves unnatural brightness, scratches, or dull patches. Collectors also examine the high points of the design, such as Lincoln cheek, jaw, and hair above the ear. If these areas show where the coin is technically circulated, even if it still appears attractive. In this section, we share tips for storing and protecting copper coins, such as the 1957 Lincoln wheat cent. Copper is sensitive to moisture, air, and chemicals. Collectors often store coins in acid-free holders, flips, or capsules. Controlled environments with low humidity help preserve original color. Professional grading companies encapsulate coins in sealed plastic holders, which protect the coin and certify its authenticity and grade. This process, called slabbing, can increase buyer confidence when coins are sold in auctions or online marketplaces. Another important part of the story is why millions of people still search for wheat pennies today. Many collectors remember finding these coins in pocket change decades ago. Wheat cents disappeared from circulation gradually after the reverse design changed to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. However, bank rolls, estate collections, and old jars still occasionally reveal wheat pennies, which keeps the excitement alive. The 1957 coin, being one of the last wheat cent dates, makes it a nostalgic piece for collectors who enjoy completing year sets of the series. Finally, we close the video by encouraging viewers to check their own coin collections and pocket change for historic pieces like the 1957 Lincoln wheat cent without mint mark. While this coin is generally common, it represents the final chapter of the wheat penny design and remains an affordable entry point for new collectors. If you enjoyed this educational coin story, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with friends who love history, treasure hunting, and coin collecting, because sometimes the smallest coins carry the biggest stories in American history. Thanks for watching.